Okay, Shalom. Shalom. Kwam Yasha Allah. Koholoyimla. Yahweh. Bahashim. Yahawashai. Bahashim. Rachahachmadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone who rule well. That by the Spirit taught us his beautiful truth and just want to say the water. To all the H.I.M and Ahwaf that's out here sincerely keeping the laws, the statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai to the best of their ability. This is Yahanan Nawaf. Just coming at you with another quick lesson, praying that it's edifying by the Spirit. And I found one of my older Bibles. It's a new KJV. I really, I liked it because of the precepts that were in it and the way that they had it situated and structured, where they would have things already kind of built in, so to speak. A lot of blocks in it, where they, giving you different translations, so to speak, and just different scriptures, but the precepts is really dope. But they got this one part in here where in the book of Matthew, right, where it starts off, and I've done this lesson before when I first came into the truth, and this is for the Old Testament only Israelites, or for you newcomers as well, because you have Old Testament Israelites, they don't believe in the New Testament and they don't believe in Yahawashai, which the world ignorantly calls Jesus. But it's the Lord is prophesied. He says he comes in the volume of the book, and so they have this section in here where it says the prophecies of Yahawashai's birth. Yahawashai fulfilled hundreds of Old Testament prophecies. Many of these prophecies involve the circumstances surrounding his birth. Below is a list of several such prophecies. Note the irrefutable similarities between the Old Testament predictions and their New Testament fulfillment. Okay, so it's like, let me see how many in all in this particular section. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so they have the Messiah would be the seed of a woman, right? Now that's going back into Genesis. They have Genesis 3 and 15. Let's get that first. And it reads, "And I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. It shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel." In the NLT, New Living Translation, it says, "I will cause hostility between you and the woman, and between your offspring and her offspring. He will strike your head, and you will strike his heel." And so when it comes to offspring, this right here is clearly showing you that that serpent that was talking to our foremother Eve, that was an actual man, because snakes don't have no damn babies, man. You have to get, Christianity is so damn silly, man. And all praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai for getting us out of that silliness, man. But anyway, let's get the account, right? So now, this is being said in Genesis 3 and 15. Now in the New Testament, they have Galatians 4 and 4, where it's actually being fulfilled, right? And also, I should have got Luke. I'm going to get Luke real quick. Galatians 4 and 4, it says, but when the fullness of the time was come, Yahweh sent forth his son, made of a woman, made under the law, to redeem them that were under the law, that we might receive the adoption of sons. And that's going off into you Israelites, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. That was fulfilled right there. In the NLT, it says, but when the right time came, God sent his son, born of a woman, subject to the law. God sent him to buy freedom for us who were slaves to the law, so that he could adopt us as his very own children. And who was given the law? The law was given to the Israelites. See, when Moses came out of the Mount, Yahweh gave him the commandments, the law, statutes, and commandments to give to the children of Israel. He didn't give them to no other nation, man. The first covenant was for the Israelites, and the new covenant is for the Israelites. You have to realize and understand that, because what the Christians are teaching, Christianity, white Jesus Christianity rather, they're teaching you that pretty much replacement theology. A lot of them are teaching that the Lord pretty much has forgotten about the Israelites. He done lied to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and that now all of a sudden the heathen are his people. You see? So you had to get out of that Christianity, man. And also, like I said again, I should have started here first, but you know why the Spirit, we moving. Luke 24, because You have the Christian church also telling the people, see, the Christianity, they telling people that the law is done away with it. The law, the Lord fulfilled the law. No, the Lord came to fulfill these prophecies that were talked about in the Old Testament. He fulfilled those things being said about him. So that very first one that we just read in Galatians 4:4, he fulfilled that particular prophecy. He didn't get rid of the law, because he even said not one jot or one tittle shall pass away from the law, man. And we can get that as well, but let's get where is it at? It's somewhere here towards the bottom here. Oh yeah, verse 44. And he said unto them, these are the words which I spake unto you, all in red letter, because we know this is Yahawashi speaking. And he said unto them, these are the words which I spake unto you while I was yet with you, that all things must be fulfilled, which were written in the law of Moses, see, and in the prophets, and in the Psalms concerning me. So these are all things from the Old Testament that was said that would go down when he comes. And he fulfilled those particular things, right? Because again, let's get that for these Christians that be talking about the laws done away with. You can just be a goddamn demon. The Lord died for you to be a complete whatever. Just fucking just. It's disgusting, man. The Lord didn't come and die for you to be out here twerking, man. He didn't die for you Negroes to be out here selling fentanyl to each other. He didn't die for, you know what I'm saying, for some nigga to go and sleep with his homeboy's wife, man. He didn't die for those things. He died, you know what I'm saying, for the sins of Israel. But he says, if you love me, keep my commandments. When you come into this truth, you should be repenting and turning from your wicked ways, turning from the works of darkness, according to Romans 13 and 12. You have to turn from your works of darkness. You don't keep doing this shit that you was doing. Because that's what the reason why a lot of the people going to be destroyed, according to the scriptures. Right? Let's put in that Matthew 5:18. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, because heaven and earth is still here, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law till all be fulfilled. So the law is still official, man. The law is still official. The law is still in play. But it says, whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. See that? So, hey, man, the law is still in effect, man. You need to be trying to the best of your ability, man. Because in verse 17, I should have got that too. Think not that I come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. See? I'm going to read it in the NLT. New Living Translation. Don't misunderstand why I have come. I did not come to abolish the law of Moses or the writings of the prophets. No, I came to accomplish their purpose. Woo. Yeah, that's a cold one there. Anyway, let's get back into the lesson. I had to bring that off, though. That's by the Spirit. So now it says the next one was the Messiah would be a descendant of Abraham. All right. So now let's get that account. Let's go to Genesis where it was spoken of. And then we'll come back and we'll get where, the account was fulfilled in the New Testament. Genesis 12 in verse 3. It says, and I will bless them that bless thee, and curse him that curseth thee, and in thee shall all families of the earth be blessed. Right? In the NLT it says, I will bless those who bless you, and curse those who treat you with contempt. All the families of the earth will be blessed through you. Right? So now, let's see here. Let's go into the New Testament. And pretty much, it gives a genealogy, but it says the book of the generations of YAHAWASHI, Mashiach, the son of David, the son of Abraham. In the NLT, it says, this is the record of the ancestors of YAHAWASHI, the Messiah, a descendant of David and of Abraham. So, when you read Genesis 12 and 3, it goes directly into it. The Messiah would be a descendant of Abraham. Let me go back to that. Because, Esau, they be trying to word stuff a little bit differently and try and, throw everybody into the mix, so to speak. Well, let me start at verse 2. And I will make of thee a great nation, and I will bless thee and make thy name great. And thou shalt be a blessing. And I will bless them that bless thee, and curse him that curseth thee. And in thee shall all families of the earth be blessed. And all the families of the earth are going to be blessed. But it's not going to be in a way that the Christian church is teaching. Because this genealogy in Matthew chapter 1, verse 1, or going all the way down, these are all Israelites. All of these are Israelites going all the way down here to verse 20. Let me see here. Verse 22, verse 20. These are all Israelites. This whole genealogy is nothing but Israelites. Now, the families of the earth being blessed, well, first off, they have to bless the Israelites. But we're going through situations where the Israelites are actually being cursed by Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, of course, and then all the other nations as well. They're not blessing us. They're not blessing us. Matter of fact, they're doing us all kinds of dirty on a day-to-day basis. They're not blessing us, man. So let's move on to the next one. It says the Messiah would be a descendant of Isaac, right? So they have that account in Genesis 17 and 19. And it reads, and Yahweh said, Sarah, thy wife, shall bear thee a son indeed, and thou shalt call his name Isaac. And I will establish my covenant with him for an everlasting covenant, and with his seed after him. You see? And also, you go off into, if you have ears to hear, Isaac was Yahawashi. But that's another lesson. Verse 19 in the NLT, it says, But God replied, no, Sarah, your wife, will give birth to a son for you. You will name him Isaac. And I will confirm my covenant with him and his descendants as an everlasting covenant, right? So now, the account that they give for that is in the New Testament, Luke, of it being fulfilled, is Luke chapter 3 and 34. Let's see what it says. It says, let me see here. Also, they going off into they went off into the genealogy. This is the genealogy, as far as Luke. Verse 34, I'm just going to get to the point. Which was the son of Jacob. Well, matter of fact, let me read it in NLT. It says, Judah was the son of Jacob. Jacob was the son of Isaac. Isaac was the son of Abraham. Abraham was the son of Terah. Terah was the son of Nahar. And it goes on and on. You see what I'm saying? Because it's saying that the Messiah will be the descendant of Jacob. What was Jacob's name changed to? Israel. Israel in the Hebrew tongue is Yasharallah. And he had 12 sons. All those 12 sons had children, and all 12 sons became a nation themselves. But Yahawashi was from the tribe of Judah, the fourth son of Israel, right? So Salakia. The Messiah would be a descendant of Isaac, Salakia. But I jumped gun. But anyway, Messiah will be a descendant of Isaac, but you can clearly see right here, and it's in the genealogy. It's even in Matthew chapter 1 as well. It says, which was the son of Jacob, which was the son of Isaac. I need to get 33 as well, Salakia. Which was the son of Abinadab, which was the son of Aram, which was the son of Ezram, which was the son of Pharez, which was the son of Judah. See? Which was the son of Jacob, which was the son of Isaac, which was the son of Abraham, which was the son of Terah, which was the son of Nakar. But you can clearly see that Yahawashi is from the genealogy. He's from the lineage of Isaac, and then it goes on to the next one is the Messiah will be a descendant of Jacob. So let's go back. Yeah, I did jump the gun on that one. But we can go back and get it anyway. Numbers chapter 24. And verse 17. And it's plenty of more scriptures, man, that's in here. Because I was writing down some earlier today. And that's what I was reading in the book of Psalms chapter 22, where it goes into Yahawashi. And then it goes into the New Testament to show you where it was fulfilled. That's when I thought about it. I'm like, let me find that old Bible. And I had to dig it out because I remembered this being in there, you know what I'm saying, before. And I thought about it, like, because you have these Old Testament only Israelites that don't believe in the New Testament, and the Lord is being prophesied. The Lord is all through the Old Testament. That's the crazy part. He's all in the 5 books that they believe in. Someone believe in the whole Old Testament, but Anyway, Numbers 24:17. I shall see him, but not now. I shall behold him, but not nigh. There shall come a star out of Jacob, and a scepter shall rise out of Israel, and shall smite the corners of Moab, and destroy all the children of Sheth. See? Whew. In the NLT it says, I see him, but not here and now. I perceive him, but far in the distant future. A star will rise from Jacob. A scepter will emerge from Israel. It will crush the foreheads of Moab's people, and cracking the skulls of the people of Sheth. See that? And they go off into Matthew again, which we can go back into with Matthew. They have Matthew chapter 1 and verse 2. Abraham begot Isaac, and Isaac begot Jacob, and Jacob begot Judas and his brethren. Right? And Judah begot Pharaz and Sarah and Tamar, and Pharaz begot, and it goes on with the genealogy. Right? Well, let's go to chapter 2. It has Matthew 2 and 2. Let me start at verse 1. It says, Now when Yahawashi was born in Bethlehem of Judea in the days of Herod the king, behold, there came wise men from the east to Jerusalem, saying, Where is he that is born King of the Jews? For we have seen his star in the east, and are come to worship him. So that was being fulfilled right there, right? So let's go to the next one. It says the Messiah will be from the tribe of Judah. Right? Let's go to Genesis. Now all this is Old Testament. Genesis chapter 49. That's a lot here. 49 and 10. Let me start at verse 9. It says, Judah is a lion's whelp. From the prey, my son, thou art gone up. He stooped down, he couched as a lion, and as an old lion, who shall rouse him up? The scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet, until Shiloh come, and unto him shall the gathering of the people be. See that? Let me read that in the NLT. Judah, my son, is a young lion that has finished eating its prey. Like a lion, he crouches, he lies down. Like a lioness, who dares to rouse him? The scepter will not depart from Judah, nor the ruler's staff from his descendants, until the coming of the one to whom it belongs, the one whom all nations will honor. See that? And that was, let's go to Luke chapter 3 and 33, where it's fulfilled. Let's see how they got this worded here. Oh, yeah. It went back. It directed back to it. The same thing we just read. Luke chapter 3. And, that was in Genesis 49 and 10. So it reverted back to that. And then you have the Messiah would be an heir to the throne of David. Right? So let's get that account. It's going into Isaiah 9 and 7. Let me start at verse 6. It says, For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty God, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. Of the increase of his government and peace there shall be no end upon the throne of David, and upon his kingdom, to order it, and to establish it with judgment and with justice, from henceforth even forever. The zeal of Yahweh of hosts will perform this. See? In the New Living Translation, it reads, For a child is born unto us. A child is born to us. A son is given to us. The government will rest on his shoulders. And he will be called Wonderful, Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. His government and its peace will never end. He will rule with fairness and justice from the throne of his ancestor David for all eternity. The passionate commitment of the Lord of Heaven's armies will make this happen. Okay? The Lord sent the word into Jacob, and it hath lighted up Israel. Okay, so let's go into the book of Luke, where that account was brought forth. Luke chapter 1. And verse 32. It says, he shall be great. Let me see. Salakia, verse 31. Let me start there. Start at verse 30. And the angel said unto her, fear not, Mary, for thou hast found favor with Yahweh. And behold, thou shalt conceive in thy womb, and bring forth a son, and shall call his name YAHAWASHI. He shall be great, and shall be called the Son of the Highest, and the Lord God shall give unto him the throne of his father David. And he shall reign over the house of Jacob forever, and of his kingdom there shall be no end. So there you have it. There you have it, man. You can't get around the fact that the Lord was being mentioned, man, in the Old Testament, and he was fulfilling these things in the New. But it's going to be a lot of people that's just going to be destroyed, man, because these people don't want to give YAHAWASHI their props, man. They don't believe in Yahweh. They don't believe that Yahweh said what he said, basically. Okay, so now this is the Messiah would be anointed and eternal. Okay, now they have an account in Psalms, or where it was spoken of. And again, like I said, I wrote down a few too, but I'm just going to get these. We'll keep it simple, because like I said, I just thought it was dope that they had it in there like that. Psalms 45 and 6. Thy throne, O Yahweh, is forever and ever. The scepter of thy kingdom is a right scepter. Thou lovest righteousness and hatest wickedness. Therefore Yahweh thy God hath anointed thee with oil of gladness above thy fellows. You that? In the NLT it says, your throne, O God, endures forever and ever. You rule with the scepter of justice. You love justice and hate evil. Therefore God, your God, has anointed you, pouring out the oil of joy on you more than on anyone else. Okay? And they also have Psalms 102. 102 and 25 through 27. Let's see what that one is. Okay, it says, of old hast thou laid the foundations of the earth, and the heavens are the works of thy hands. They shall perish, but thou shalt endure. Yea, all of them shall wax old like a garment. As a vesture shalt thou change them, and they shall be changed. But thou art the same, and thy years shall have no end. The children of thy servants shall continue, and their seed shall be established before thee. Okay, so let's go to Hebrews chapter 1, where they have the account. Hebrews chapter 1. They have verses 8 through 12. It says, but unto the Son he said, thy throne, O God, is forever and ever. A scepter of righteousness is the scepter of thy kingdom. Thou hast loved righteousness and hated iniquity. Therefore God, even thy God, hath anointed thee with the oil of gladness above thy fellows. And you can't get around it, man. And thou, Lord, in the beginning hast laid the foundation of the earth, and the heavens are the works of thy hands. They shall perish, but thou remainest, and they all shall wax old as doeth the garment. And as a vesture shalt thou fold them, and they shall be changed. But thou art the same, and thy years shall not fail. You can't get around it, man. That was pretty much almost verbatim. Okay, they had the Messiah would be born in Bethlehem. They have that account in Micah chapter 5 verse 2. It says, but thou, Bethlehem Ephratah, though thou be little among the thousands of Judah, yet out of thee shall he come forth unto me, that is to be ruler in Israel, whose goings forth have been from of old, from everlasting. Okay, so they have that account in Luke chapter 2 verse 4 and verse 7. So we'll just read the 4 through 7. Let's read 4 through 7, right? It says, and Joseph also went up from Galilee out of the city of Nazareth into Judea unto the city of David, which is called Bethlehem, because he was of the house of the lineage of David. See that? To be taxed with Mary, his espoused wife, being great with child. And so it was that while they were there, the days were accomplished that she should be delivered. And she brought forth her firstborn son, and wrapped him in swaddling clothes, and laid him in a manger, because there was no room for them in the inn. So you can clearly see that they had went to Bethlehem to pay their taxes, and that's when her water broke, and that's where Yahawashi was born. So the Messiah will be born in Bethlehem. So that account was in Micah 5:2. All right, so we got three more. It says the Messiah will be born of a virgin. Okay, so let's go to Isaiah, which we know that Isaiah 7:14. Now you have to have ears to hear, because we understand that Joseph and Mary had sex, man. That's a whole nother lesson. We know that the Lord Yahweh didn't come off his throne and send his spirit or nothing like that off, to Mary and impregnate her and commit adultery with her, because she was espoused to Joseph already, and she was the wife of Joseph. That would be confusion, you see. And then also, when you look at the way that Yahawashi was born, if you're gonna say that Yahawashi was born, through the Holy Spirit or whatever they be saying, because there's a bunch of, a couple of things that they be saying as to how the virgin birth went down. She didn't have sex with a man, and some angel. I've heard angels. They say angels came upon her, or I've heard them say the Holy Spirit, or the Father. Like, it's just silly, man, to think that the Father, he's on the throne. He comes off the throne to impregnate his mom, basically, and then be born through. I mean, that shit is retarded, man. Anyway, but let's get Isaiah 7:14. That's another lesson, man. We'll have to get into that another day. There's plenty of lessons on that, though, because you have to understand that word virgin goes off into a young maid. It says, therefore the Lord himself shall give you a sign. Behold, a virgin shall conceive and bear a son, and shall call his name Emmanuel. Okay, so it says that a virgin shall conceive, right? All virgins that become pregnant, they conceive. What do they conceive? You have to go into the word. What is conception? What are they conceiving? You see? The man, he goes into her, he releases that sperm, and the laws of nature goes down as far as like the way that the Lord put it together, and she conceives, she gets pregnant. It's simple. Anyway, but the point of it is to stick on course with the lesson is the Messiah will be born of a virgin. So you got that in Isaiah 7:14. Then you get the account in Luke. Luke is they kind of, Luke and Matthew, they kind of, go into a lot of it in those particular areas, you know what I'm saying? Because that is a lot of his genealogy area. Because this is going off into the prophecies of Yahawashi's birth. Because there's other prophecies in the scriptures that go back to the Old Testament. Again, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to keep this shorter by just going off into the prophecies of his birth, right? Okay, so they have Luke 2:4. And Joseph also went up from Galilee, out of the city of Nazareth, into Judea, unto the city of David. Did I get that? Oh, no, I'm in the wrong one. Salakia. Luke 1:26. Salakia on that. 26, let's read through 31. It says, in the 6th month, the angel Gabriel was sent from God unto the city of Galilee named Nazareth, to a virgin espoused to a man whose name was Joseph. See? Of the house of David. And the virgin's name was Mary. And the angel came in unto her and said, hail, thou that art highly favored. The Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women. And when she saw him, she was troubled at his saying, and cast in her mind that what manner of salutation this should be. And the angel said unto her, fear not, Mary, for thou hast found favor with Yahweh. And behold, thou shalt conceive, see that, in thy womb, and bring forth a son, and shall call his name Yahawashi. So it says, thou shalt conceive. They skip all over this verse right here. They jump straight to, let me get this word conceived real quick. Let's see how they have it, right? It's Salambano, I think it is, G48:15. To seize, take one as prisoner, to conceive of a woman of lust, whose impulses a man indulges. See, and that's pretty much what happened with Joseph, I believe. You know what I'm saying? And Mary, You know, hey, they ain't no time, because the Holy Spirit can come over you and make you do things that you never would have thought that you would do. You know, on the left hand side and on the right hand side, the Lord have spirits of vengeance, you know, and he also has spirits, you know, that that give visions and give you, you know, the ability to do certain things, you know, if you, for lack of better terms, right? It says to take hold together with one, to assist, help, secure. It says to clasp, seize, arrest, capture, especially to conceive, literally, figuratively, see? By implication, to aid, catch, conceive. See? You have to go up into these words, man. And that's another lesson as well, but you know, like I said again, we're getting the point that the Messiah will be born of a virgin. So we do see it in Isaiah 7:14, and also it's confirmed in Luke chapter 1, 26 through 31, right? So we have the next one is the Messiah's birth would trigger a slaughter of children. Jeremiah 31:15. Let's go to the Old Testament and get that. Jeremiah 31:15. And this is just a few. This is just a few. This is just of his birth, man. We can go in there and get a whole bunch of other stuff that shows you that the Lord was spoken of in the Old Testament and the New. Because he said that I come in the volume of the book. Jeremiah 31:15. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh. A voice was heard in Ramah, lamentation and bitter weeping. Rachel, weeping for her children, refused to be comforted for her children because they were not. Right? So what does that come in at? That comes in at the when basically Herod was having all the kids slaughtered to try and kill YAHAWASHI. Let's get that in Matthew 2:16. You can't get around this, man. And anybody that don't believe, the Lord is just not dealing with them anyway. We're not forcing nobody. We just bring out the scriptures. Now, this is the account. It says, then Herod, when he saw that he was mocked. Now, remember, you know, the situation where the three shepherds had come. You know, they seen a star. They, you know, they went to worship the Lord and, you know, and to bring gifts and things of that nature. And they came across Herod because Herod, he was plotting. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, let me just get a little bit more of this. Let me start at verse 13. It says, and when they were departed, behold, the angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph in a dream, saying, arise, and take the young child and his mother, and flee into Egypt, and be thou there until I bring thee word. For Herod will seek the young child to destroy him. When he arose, he took the young child and his mother by night, and departed into Egypt. And it was there unto the death of Herod, that it might be fulfilled. See, this is what's being fulfilled. That it might be fulfilled which was spoken of the Lord by the prophet, saying, out of Egypt have I called my son. See that? Then Herod, when he saw that he was mocked of the wise men, was exceeding wroth. He was pissed off, and sent forth and slew all the children that were in Bethlehem, and in all the coast thereof, from 2 years old and under, according to the time which he had diligently inquired of the wise men. Then was fulfilled, see that again, that which was spoken by Jeremiah the prophet, saying, in Ramah was there a voice heard, lamentation and weeping and great mourning, Rachel weeping for her children, and will not be comforted, because they are not. Basically word for word, verbatim. Here's the last one though. It says the Messiah will also come from Egypt, right? Let's go into Hosea, get that account. Hosea 11:1. Salakia. Hosea 11:1. And we'll end out here, Yahweh Ratazah. It says, when Israel was a child, then I loved him and called my son out of Egypt. Okay? So now let's go get that account. Let's go to Matthew chapter 2. Yeah, I may have to do a few of these, man, because like I said, you know, these Christians, they got it twisted, talking about the laws done away with. They confuse fulfilled, the things that the Lord done and fulfilled as far as what the prophets had said about him. They're saying that the law's fulfilled. Now all of a sudden you can just be a damn burglar. You can break into people's shit. You can stick people up. You can now murder. You can, slap your mama, slap your daddy. You can do, you can do everything that go. You can do everything. You can be a homosexual. You can, this is what Christians are basically saying. The law is done away with. The Lord died on the cross. So you can just continue to fucking keep on sinning? That's crazy, bro. Anyway, let's get the account. Matthew chapter 2, verse 14 and 15. When he arose, he took the young child and his mother by night and departed into Egypt, and was there until the death of Herod. That it might be fulfilled, which was spoken of the Lord by the prophet, saying, out of Egypt have I called my son. So basically, the verses we just read, but it's, going off into, hey, but them scriptures is in the Old Testament. You can't get around it. These Old Testament only believers, they're gonna have to explain, like, how is it that these things are being spoken of in the Old Testament, and then actually in the New Testament they're actually saying it is being fulfilled and giving you the exact place where it was said. You can't get around it, man. So again, I'm gonna end out there. I know the lesson went a little long. I pray that the lesson was edifying. Maybe it could help some of the newer brothers and sisters that are coming into this truth, that, because you may come across people that may try and pull you with that crap, man. Don't fall for that Old Testament only crap, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't fall for those that talk. If they don't believe in YAHAWASHI, you know what I'm saying? Don't even deal with them like that anyway. You might be able to, these are scriptures that where you can basically contend for the faith. I'll put it that way. You can, try and defend the faith, or, defend the faith with these particular scriptures to a certain extent. If they get it, they get it. They don't, but don't let them deter you, because you can see what it is. You see what I'm saying? So, I just wanted to bring that out, man. I pray that the lesson was edifying with that. Kwam Yashala.